this country can become rich with the proper use of tariffs. It'll keep
Did you just
companies...
float out the idea of getting rid of income taxes and replacing it with tariffs?
Well, okay.
Were you serious about that?
Yeah, sure. But why not? Because ready? Our country was the richest relatively in the 1880s and 1890s. A president who was assassinated named McKinley. He was the tariff king. He spoke beautifully of tariffs. His language was really beautiful. We will not allow the enemy to come in and take our jobs and take our factories and take our workers and take our families unless they pay a big price. And the big price is tariffs. And he'd speak like that, but he was right. And then around in the early 1900s, they switched over stupidly to, frankly, an income tax. And you know why? Because countries were putting a lot of pressure on America. We don't want to pay tariffs. Please don't. You know, believe me, they control our politicians.
For the first 150 years of our country, we did not tax Americans. We taxed foreigners.
I think that's the better way that we should go back to.
Right. Tax the foreigners. If you want to make it somewhere else and bring it into this country, you're going to pay a duty on it.
If you got rid of the income tax here and the corporate income tax, and then you replace that revenue with a tariff complex and fees,
right?
I think that would be a boon for our. It would be a boom, wouldn't it?
No, that's a revolutionary concept. You know, it's
because the thing about the regulatory state that I think is missing. We're missing this in our national conversation right now. Is that, you know, the Galileos, the Teslas, the Henry Fords, the ones who create these with their teams, they get prevented by regulatory capture.
Exactly.
And so we're going to keep taking care of the horseshoe maker, so to speak. You know, we're going to keep taking care of the old idea.
Right.
And it's you got to get rid of the regulatory burden and then get rid of that tax burden and allow for, you know, that to be replaced by a tariff wall. I think that's a great direction.